Hi all, it's Anita from Angelic Awakening. Welcome. So I thought I would do probably a half-an-hour video on the new the Lionsgate energy and just what the angels and guides want us to know at this point in time for New Zealand, Australia, just for this side of the world, and how this portal can best serve us. So as always, we'll start with an invocation and prayer. So welcome. So my purpose today is to connect into the energy of the angels, guides and our ancestors to guide us through this portal of the Lionsgate, to help us understand how it can best serve us for our highest good and our highest evolution of through love, joy and light. And so it is. Welcome. So I've got some cards and I just thought I'd tune into the energy of the angels and see what the Lionsgate is about. So the card I've got representing the Lionsgate is this beautiful card called Courage, and it's got two lions, male and female, and a beautiful warrior there. Courage. Actually, I'll tune into the card. So the card itself, it talks about courage, walking through the Lionsgate. That's the message I'm getting. It takes great courage to walk through the Lionsgate. It's almost like courage in the sense of facing our truth and holding our sword. So see this warrior, she's walking with the lions, which represents great courage and strength. So what the angels are reminding us, that going through this gateway, it's also an opportunity to look at ourselves and where we are really at with our evolution. And each of us going through, tuning into the energy of the Lionsgate will help us to kind of tune into where we need to let go of things in order to empower ourselves. It's all about empowerment. This Lionsgate, they really want us to empower ourselves to stand in our truth. And it takes courage and a willingness to actually walk through the Lionsgate and remain bare and remain vulnerable and see where we can look at in our lives, where we can make improvements to help better assist us in our evolution. So that's the general message for everybody. It's not one specific person. It's just saying, in order to walk through the Lionsgate, you need courage and strength. You need to have truth, and to open your eyes and just keep your vision and focus on what you want to manifest, not what you don't want to manifest. So the Lionsgate is a portal of co-creating with the universe, not just for yourself, but for those all around you as well. So the more that are able to walk through the Lionsgate with courage and strength and truth, the more that ripples out to the rest of humanity. And with this image too, I'm feeling the empowerment and the strength that comes with walking through the Lionsgate, holding your conviction, holding your truth. And there will be times where you will be tested around this Lionsgate time to stand in your truth. And all of us will have different ways of showing that in relationships, and also within work relationships, family, friends, because we've been asked to be more authentic, essentially, to look in the mirror and not to pretend to be with someone we're not, but to actually align ourselves to who we really are. And we're going to be tested. We're going to be shown through other people, reflecting back to us what is inauthentic to us. So this Lionsgate is a great opportunity to get really clear with who you really are, not what people say you are, think you are, what you think you might be. It's actually who you are, and there's no one better than yourself than you. Do not let anyone dictate to you who you are and what you're about, because no matter how long someone's known you, even your mum, dad, family, friends, nobody knows you as well as yourself. Even though some people on the outside you might trust completely 100%, and they may be able to tell you things you probably don't see in yourself. That's because they're external to you. It's always a lot easier when you're not inside yourself. But you know what? We ultimately hold our truth. We are the ones that will know what's right for us. And the word I heard last night was respect. To respect your boundaries, to respect yourself, to start looking at where can I provide more respect to myself in regards to being authentic or inauthentic. Looking at those two versions of self, which one do you prefer to see in yourself, and how can you allow yourself to do more things that align to you? So that's what that energy is about. So with this gateway, it connects us to the Sirius star system, and it allows light through, a huge amount of light. And there's great opportunities the angels are saying in regards to evolution. So we're just going to tune into with the Starseed Oracle and see what the galactic beings would like us to know in regards to this Lionsgate. Like, what can we bring through that may benefit us? So let's see, the first card that stands out. Look at that, beautiful. So it says wait, it's not yet the right time, things are being woven. So this almost is like what it's kind of reminding us to do is to stand strong and be patient and wait for things to happen, because sometimes we can do all the right things but it's still, you're not seeing any physical manifestation. Don't get disheartened by this, because sometimes things are happening in the background you don't understand. Because remember, when things involve other people and situations, they also have free will and they can take their time and do things or not do things, dependent. And it says here that things have been woven. So with the Lionsgate, it allows us a huge capacity and capability to bring in the new energy, but we also need to wait as well at the same time. So it's a balance of doing and waiting, because they're saying things are being woven. Things take time on the physical realm, unfortunately. Even though manifestations do come about, it requires a lot of weaving and what they're saying, weaving and woving. I think they're having a sense of humour. And there's sometimes too, they're saying sometimes things, there is actually a timing to things, because we can't see ahead of ourselves. Sometimes our higher self goes ahead in time and can see things. If we could do it a bit better, it might require us like maybe standing back a little bit longer, maybe 5-10 minutes behind in schedule, or maybe a couple of days behind. But there's always a timing to everything, and it always comes about at the perfect timing. And what they're saying is, with this Lionsgate, trust. Because sometimes things you can't see what's going to happen, and sometimes it does require waiting, but you can still move through the Lionsgate and do what you need to do, take the steps required, but also allow things to just unfold, because forcing the process actually makes it harder for you. It creates more stress and anxiety. So they're saying just wait, let things be as they need to be right now, and live in the moment, because people get too caught up in a hurry of trying to run ahead of themselves and don't enjoy the simplicity of just being with their loved ones. The Lionsgate's also reminding us that take the time to be present in where you are and what situations. Sometimes we don't like what we see, and it's either accepting it, can you change it, or moving on from it. You kind of only have 3 choices in the moment, and you don't want to let it to have power over you, your power over your reactions. So I was showing the power of reacting versus standing in your authenticity and seeing what occurs. And the outcomes are very different. So try it sometime when you consciously catch yourself reacting, and then you actually think, I'm going to do it different next time, and see what happens. See how the outcome may be better than you think. And remember too, with the Lionsgate, power of manifestation and intention is very heightened. So be mindful of what you are creating, and just see what's actually occurring around you. So what kind of feedback are you getting from people, places, situations, to show you if you're on track with where you want to go. Because life shows you if you're kind of needing to reroute, or that the way that you're going with the flow, and that things are working out for you, even though it may not seem that way. Little by little, you get shown that you're in the right space. Okay, next card, the Great Gathering. The Great Gathering. This is actually representing that there's a great gathering occurring among the stars. See all those star clusters? And the background is Mars. So there is a great gathering going on in regards to the galactic beings. There's actually a portal that opens up, and the star beings actually gather around it to send extra light to Earth. And this is a beautiful blessing that we get. And it's not just the Sirius star system, the Palladian energy, the Arcturian, they're all channeling through the energy and through this portal. It's almost like looking into a hole, a white hole. And it's just pure light coming to the Earth. It's such a beautiful time to be open to receiving the energy. The Great The Great Gathering. That's what I'm hearing. Great Gathering. So if you have time tonight or in the next couple of days, please do sit still. Open yourself up and see what the Lionsgate is bringing to you. Visualize yourself moving through these two lines like a portal, and kind of guide yourself through this process of meditating in a still space, nature within your, like even inside, light a candle and make a ceremony of it, like, you know, set an altar for yourself and be open to receiving all the blessings that come with the Lionsgate, because every person is different to what they receive. I've had activations, I've had past lives in Egypt, so that seems to be coming up for me. So everybody is different to what they receive through the Lionsgate, and all of it's very unique to you. So they're saying, like, take the time to be open to receiving. Next is the void. So we have a lot about the void, waiting, because it's almost like Earth has been put on a pause or a standstill, because there's so much going on with the Lionsgate in regards to the gathering, light activations. It says here, stop, embrace winter. So obviously in the southern hemisphere, we're also in the middle of winter. So it kind of coincides with the Lionsgate as well. So it's coming back to that confirmation again, that it's time for us to just sit in the energy of the Lionsgate, even if it's a couple of days. Sometimes too, you're not always going to get beautiful activations and guidance. Sometimes it's just pure silence. And that's sometimes what people need, is to just sit and be still and stop. So, next one is karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth and conflict. So on this card there's two separate polarities, there's two separate people who are separated by waters. Ooh, jumping out. So what's coming up for us is karmic relationships. You're actually going to find around the Lionsgate, you're going to start seeing karmic patterns in your relationships with people. Relationships are being heightened to help you with your soul growth. So be aware and pay attention to what you're seeing within your personal relationships. Are you seeing things you like? Are you seeing things you kind of think, not sure about that? And just check in with yourself. Because too, sometimes the only difference between them is a point of view. So see how these two people are separated. What they're saying is, right now, because of all the various opinions and ideas and all these other ideologies that are going on that everybody holds, there is truth to everybody's truth, but it's not ultimate truth. And what they're saying is sometimes you just need to find the middle ground and leave it at that. I heard some great advice today. Sometimes leaving it is the best thing you can do, rather than trying to talk to someone about a particular thing, because sometimes people are just not ready to hear it. They're not ready to see the truth. And sometimes too, you're actually taking their karmic lesson away from them. So be open to seeing karmic relationships and what that's about. A lot of in-depth information coming through the Lion's portal. So a lot of reflection, a lot of looking at things. The Courageous Peignoir. That's beautiful. And it says multifaceted, unique, let yourself be seen. So also on the other hand, it is time for us to all be seen for the beautiful beings that we are. No more hiding in the shadows. We've been asked as light workers to stand up and be counted. We've been asked to put our heart on our sleeves, to be authentic and live our truth. And just by doing so, it actually helps the next person be brave enough to do it as well. Because people also watch other people, like, as we know. So if you are putting, like, for example, they're saying, if you've been through something and then you're able to overcome it, and showing other people that it's possible, it gives the inspiration and hope to the next person, and it's very contagious as well, because you hear about it through word of mouth. And it just supports the vision of the next person. So what they're saying is, share when you overcome something, or you actually are able to learn something very deep through your life lessons, share it with other people, because other people benefit from you growing through that soul lesson. It doesn't mean it takes away from their lesson, it just helps them to see it in a different perspective. The Courageous. So we're talking about courage again. The Courageous Peignoir, if I'm saying it correctly. So it's about having the courage again, calling in the animal spirit of the lion. The lion's actually a great animal spirit to call in for courage, for strength. And when you do the meditation, we'll do a quick one at the end, connecting in with the Lion's Gate. It really helps you to stand tall. Like the lions are very proud of who they are. They don't back down. They just stand their ground. That's the things lions are good at. 2 more messages. Your life is a canvas. Manifestation, creative accountability. So this is coming into accountability. It means we are accountable for our own manifestations. And if you live with that truth, it means it gives you the power to know that you can co-create a beautiful existence. And that we also co-create with other people. We also aren't separate from other people. So that whole co-creating with everybody else in mind in regards to like sharing your gifts, if you're able to kind of think, how may I serve better humanity, you actually find it takes it all out from the I mentality and makes it about us or we. Because we are all interconnected. As I think one of the blessings that COVID has shown us is that it's affected everybody in different ways. And that we are one consciousness. So if we can learn from this and overcome it and work collaboratively versus against each other, you're going to see more progression. And there will be a point, a turning point, where everything will actually turn for the better. But right now we're in the midst of this chaos. The Lion's Gate, that's why you've got all this gathering. The galactic beings coming down and actually showing us that there is a better way of doing things and that they're able to assist and empower us. One more message. You've got the love. So, it says here, boundaries, Hadean energy, codependency. So I think it's just reflecting what we were talking about in regards to our relationships with other people. If we're able to pinpoint ourselves and how we are interacting with other people, we're able to avoid codependency, blurring of boundaries. And so right now, it's about getting the love. It's about love. And it's about the blurring of, what they're saying is there's a lot of blurring of boundaries, and that's where we get confused. If you stand as a lion does, very clear in their boundaries and what they are allowed to accept and what they're not willing to accept, it becomes a lot clearer to you, and it keeps your boundaries clear as well. It's all about clarity, about being clear, and about being powerful. There is nothing wrong with being powerful in this time and age. This is what it is about. It's about empowerment of self. It's about self-mastery. That's why we're all here. So Archangel Raphael wanted to come in because he wants to just talk about a bit about kind of what's going on the earth right now in regards to healing, mind, body, and spirit, because he's the divine physician. So I've got this beautiful card here. Archangel Raphael, beautiful green color. So I'm just going to tune into him and see what he wants us to know right now. Be open to healing. So the first thing he's saying is that you got to get clear with yourself. Some things, and be honest with yourself around what needs healing. So if it's to do with physical health, a simple thing like that, mental health, spiritual, you know what's best for you if we come back to the whole analogy of you are your best person. And so Archangel Raphael is saying, first you got to be really open and clear about what is it that you really want to be, you're ready and willing to heal. It has to just pick one thing, thing that you want to focus on. And call in Archangel Raphael to work with you in regards to looking at that particular thing and seeing which way you can actually promote more harmony and balance within that thing. Because he's saying a lot of our health, physical health as well as mental health, is to do with balance. And he's all about harmony and homeostasis and the body, mind and spirit, just keeping them all in the right kind of balance. And because the earth has this polarity thing, there's always a big sway between male and female. And what he's saying is if you can just pinpoint one thing at a time and work with Raphael to help bring about some healing around it, you actually get more freedom from it. And the Lion's Gate is a great time to actually listen to your body or mind, and actually listen. If you were to ask Raphael, if there was one thing that I could look at or actually bring healing around, what would that be? And you sometimes might know the answer straight away, or the angels can guide you to what needs to be looked at. Ultimately, you have free will to choose how to work with them, but they are there open and willing and ready to work with you. So Raphael's energy is very strong, this Lionsgate, because he's all about wanting to assist you. And he's saying that he is ready in his team of light. There's actually a big team of angels that work with him to help with healing. He's the divine physician. So he's just coming in to knock on your door and say, with this Lionsgate, I'm here ready and willing to work with you. So remember to work with Archangel Raphael. So we're going to tune into the Palladian energy and just see what messages they have for us with this Lionsgate. The first one is the aquamarine star, and the word is expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. Expression. The first thing I'm hearing is letting go of the past. So the Lionsgate is a great time to let go of things, to put your past behind you and to stop referring back to the past. Even though the past has been, when you're having a conversation with someone, don't try not to keep bringing back the past, because what it does is it essentially gets cords, the cords that are connected to you on your, which is in your back, to do with the past. They get reignited, they get reopened up. So if you've done healing around it, so Raphael's talking about if you've done healing around the past, you start talking about it. Sometimes you can reopen things that don't need to be reopened or rehashed, he's saying. So what they're saying is have confidence in yourself and just walk forward. Don't look back. Because see here, she's kind of looking to the sky, like trying to look back. The Lionsgate is asking us to move forward and not look back. That's the expression, the divine expression. So next message. So this has got a lot of butterflies. So it says here, dance. I dance, sing and play with my sisters at sunset. So isn't that beautiful? This is about cohesion, collaboration, our new way moving forward through the Lionsgate to our 5D energy, which is about collaboration, unison, productivity, I'm hearing, freedom. Freedom from the past. Freedom from what's weighed us down. Freedom. Because it's got all these little butterflies. That's the message from that card. Two more. The Awakener. Isn't that beautiful? And it says rise. And it says, out of the ashes I rise like the golden sun. So what does this card mean to you? The Awakener. How can you awaken others? How can you inspire others? It's not your job necessarily to awaken other people. That's their decision. But what it's reminding us is to rise. Rise like the golden sun that we are. And how can you inspire others, like to look at you and think, what has she done that's making her look like appear a particular way, a particular vibration? Like inspiring hope in others. The Lionsgate again, it's all about having the courage to stand tall. So look at her, she's standing tall, she's arising. Okay, last message from this deck. We've got visionary. I chart the stars, signs and symbols of craft magic. Ooh. So this is to do with your magic, your innate magic. And it's called the seer, the visionary. So what do you envision for your future? What do you envision for the future of humanity? What would you like to see come out of this Lionsgate? It's all about vision. It's about us charting the stars and the symbols. Like we carry the magic within us. We're the ones that can use that magic for the greater good. Right. And the other message I've been getting clearly the last couple of days, which is about collaboration with our ancestors. So it comes back to our ancestors again. That's why I've got these beautiful flowers over here. This colour, this reddy colour. It's about collaboration with our ancestors. So this is including our galactic ancestors as well as our earth ancestors. There's almost like this bridging of two worlds coming together through the Lionsgate. So I feel this emergence of our ancestors from the earth coming up as well as our star ancestors. And it's like there's a thin veil, and they're showing me that this is the time where there's such a thin veil that you can work with both your ancestors. And I'm going to be doing this with my group tomorrow night, is working with bringing higher ancestry from the stars and your earth ancestor information. And you can do this just by meditation and calling in your through the Lion's Gate, connecting into your ancestors and seeing what they would like you to know. So we're going to pick some cards soon. So because we are made of as above, so below, so we don't just belong to the earth, we also belong to the stars. So it's all about co-creating with both of those beautiful aspects of self, and I just feel like I need to have them there. So our ancestors are speaking from the heart today, and they're really bringing in this beautiful crimson kind of reddy colour, which is to do with love and acceptance. And the biggest message they're trying to say with this Lion's Gate is that it's all about love and acceptance of self, and realizing that you can't ever do it alone. You actually need your connection to your family and friends and your ancestors to promote this healing. And Archangel Raphael is really wanting us to do a lot of deep-seated healing in regards to ancestral, because at the end of the day, the more that we're able to remove the density in the earth plane, the lighter we become, and people understand that. So I've just got some ancestor cards, and then we'll get into a little meditation for the Lion's Gate. So what do our ancestors want us to know for this Lion's Gate? These 3 cards. So the first card, this is the Kyle Gray deck. It's called Water Guardian, Connect with Your Emotions. So I did do a video on the water element. Through the Lion's Gate, there's something about water and the power of water that needs to come about through this Lion's Gate portal. It's to do with connecting. If you watch my previous video on water, it's almost asking, because water reflects, water cleanses and purifies. Water's been highlighted as the energy that's around us right now around the Lion's Gate. And it's this blue color, the blue. Very much the blue, and whatever blue means to you, that's what the message is. So it says here, Water Guardian, calling in the Water Guardian to help you with your emotions, whatever you feel that you're connected to with the color blue. It could be truth, could be illumination, it could be clarity, whatever it means to you. Just listen to your intuition and trust yourself. And the biggest message this Guardian is also saying is trust your intuition. There is a knowing that we all have about what's happening. Trust that. Don't always trust what you read on the external world, what people tell you. If you want to know your truth, go inside and listen to you. Because once you know your truth, everyone's entitled to their beliefs and opinions and whatever. But it means that you are able to just let things flow away from you, slide. Because people, no matter, well, what they're saying is we are all different, first of all, in the sense of our perspective. And not one person is going to 100% agree with you. So you might also just accept that right from the word go. So they're saying trust your intuition, trust. And the colour blue could be about trusting more as well. So the Lion's Gate is about the water element, and it's about courage and strength, looking at yourself. Receiving. So the water element is also about receiving. Next message, Hunter, track down your fears and desires. So what I was saying right at the beginning, it's confirming that this is about being more authentic, about our desires, what we desire in life and what we fear. Because in truth, we kind of choose between love and fear at all times. And this is about the Hunter. So actually going on the journey, the inner journey of looking at those aspects. One last message. No, they want 2. Shape-shifting, transform and unveil your gifts. Shape-shifting, what does that mean to you? Working also with the elements and animals, because things are shifting and changing. And they're saying it'll make it a lot easier for us if we come back into harmony with nature. Transform and unveil your gifts. So it's about transformation. We are here to transform, and this is what's happening. This is what the Lion's Gate is helping us with. One more message by my ancestors. Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. Yes. So what they're saying is breathe. Everything is not what it seems. No matter how much you think it's going that way, it actually might be going the opposite way. Because having your guard up is also saying to the universe that I'm in defense mode. I think I'm in fear. I'm not safe. So that's the other side of it. So there's nothing wrong with being concerned about what's coming, but there's a difference in living life in fear. And that's what the angels are saying, is they don't want us to be living that way, because that's not why we're here. So dropping your shields means that you live with a heart, open heart, knowing that everything that is happening to us is for us. And whether we understand and accept that, that's our choice. Okay, I'll just get some messages from here. Alright, next message. Ancestor healing. So it just came back to the ancestors. So ancestor healing, looking at our tree, looking at how we are connected to our ancestors. What connections, even in the physical realm, what connections need healing? It's not necessarily always past relatives. It's people that we are in currently with, co-creating that experience. How can you better show compassion and tolerance and acceptance? How can you show more love in a family relationship or a friend? Yeah, ancestor healing. Very, very strong connection to ancestors. And the ancestors that are being highlighted is our star ancestors, to connecting into our lineage of the stars that we're only just started to become a lot more aware of, if you already haven't been connected to them. And just calling them in and starting to understand our DNA is not just earthbound, it's also starbound. It really makes it more, you feel more empowered, because you feel like you've been created with all these beautiful aspects. And that's why we're here at this time, is to bring forth all that knowledge and wisdom, not just from our ancestors, from our star ancestors as well. Next message is personal power, and we've got the bear, flying free. So we all have a power animal as well. So this is the time to bring in your power animal. So in this Lion's Gate, even set the intention to work with your power animal, and this animal will reveal itself to you. And they're talking about, it's a shamanic understanding that we are not alone on this plane. We have other aspects of self. So normally our power animal is another aspect of ourselves. So this is a beautiful message for the time of the Lion's Gate. One more message, please. Remember to dance, to move, because the way that we release energy also when we are clearing is to dance to music, go for a run, like move our bodies, because that's how we expel energy as well. And it's asking us to dance, remembering that we're here to dance as well to the rhythm of life, to the beat of the universe. I'm just going to do a pick a card, so I'm going to pick 5 cards. So what do you need to know right now in regards to the Lion's Gate? So if you'd like to tune into the portal of your heart and pick a number between 1 and 5. So these messages are going to be specifically to you and what you need to know right now through this gateway. So number 1, if you resonate with the number 1, the message for you right now is truth and integrity. Number 1, pile number 1, turquoise. If you can work with the stone turquoise. And the Lion's Gate is getting you to get in alignment with your truth and integrity. This is what the gift of the Lion's Gate is helping you with. So that's pile number 1. So pile number 2, if you resonate with the number 2, what you need to know right now in the Lion's Gate. So pile number 2 is about intention. And the crystal is pyrite and the number 18. So it's all about intention. What do you intend to get out of this Lion's Gate? What would you like to manifest? It's all about intention. The Lion's Gate is getting you to look clearly at what your intentions are for this portal. So that's message number 2. Message number 3. What you need to know right now in the Lion's Gate is celebration. So this is a portal opening up for you, and it's going to bring many blessings and gifts. It's also helping you to understand the stone that you may want to work with is the red jasper, and it's about sacred ceremony. So it's creating the space to celebrate yourself through this Lion's Gate, adorning a beautiful space for yourself, and just celebrating you for you, making time for you. And just know that this portal is bringing in great blessings. Message number 3. Message number 4. Message number 4. What do you need to know right now? Message number 4. Message number 4. Right, dance. So the message for you, pile number 4, is if you resonate with the number 4, which has been brought up. The stone is boulder opal, and it says rattle. So what I'm hearing is it's jumping. The Lion's Gate is asking you to take a leap forward, actually, with your feet, to step through to the gateway, and just be open to what you're going to see. Be open to expansion. Don't necessarily put a foot forward and then take your foot back. It's about testing the waters and just going with it, and going with the flow, and trusting, and enjoying the ride. So when you open up to the portal of the Lion's Gate, really enjoy the energy and just see where it takes you. Have some fun with it. So our final message from pile number 5 is, if this is the number you have picked for the Lion's Gate, what do you need to know right now? This is about self-expression. So the Lion's Gate, and the stone is Lamere, and the element is water. So you either are a water sign or have water in your star chart, in your antenatal chart, or it's to do with the fact that you need to express yourself. So what's going to happen is, with the Lion's Gateway, it's going to help you to open up to your expression. You might find that things are coming out of your mouth. You might find you just want to speak your truth, because it's almost like things need to be said, whether it's to yourself or others. The Lion's Gate's going to give you that opening, that energy to speak up to the truth. So those are the messages, and we're just going to do now a really nice connection with the Lion's Gate, and then I'm going to finish my messages. So if you can just take 3 deep breaths. So in your own time. And we now ask and invite in the energy of the Lion's Gate, and we ask that they guide us through a beautiful, simple meditation to help us to connect with the energy and allow us just to tune into the gifts that the Lion's Gate can bring us today, and so it is. So with your breath, they're asking us to pull down the color white and gold, and just allow it, like the breath, like water, to flow down and just touch us. Touch the top of our crowns, our third eyes, our throats, our hearts, our solar plexus, our sacral and base, and all the way down into our earth star. And they're asking us to enjoy the process. Just breathe. Open your chest and breathe in the white and the gold light. And they're now inviting you in to call in the color crimson, or a beautiful red color, the color of a red rose. Whatever shade of red or pink you wish to call in, just to help you connect to your ancestors. So just breathe in this beautiful kind of crimson-y red, blood red, whatever red you resonate with. Just bring it down into your space, ruby red. And just open your heart and allow it to fill up your heart to overflowing, and see a beautiful red rose blossoming within your heart. And just, we now call in the beautiful color green, has to do with Archangel Raphael. Just breathing in the beautiful green ray, and just feeling that nature, that connection to nature, and just feeling this emerald green light coming down, and just spreading throughout your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and just breathing in nature, breathing in that connection to source, simply just being. And they're now asking you to open your third eye, and they want you to see the beauty that's all around you with your third eye. Just see the all around you. They want you to visualize a mirror in front of you. And this mirror, it shows you your purest, highest form of self. So see in front of you, or feel into you. Feel into the energy of your higher soul, the light that is around you. See a reflection, a rainbow reflection of yourself in the mirror. And just see a beautiful light connecting you to the stars, and a beautiful light connecting to your ancestors. And within your heart, you just feel this deep, deep-seated connection. And then feel two beautiful lions standing on either side of you. And they open up a beautiful portal of light for you to walk through, which is the Lion's Gate. And they invite you in. And you say thank you, and you walk through this beautiful gateway to a beautiful field of light. And in this field of light there is grass, there is trees, there is flowers, and they want you to just breathe in the fresh air. And there just to go bare feet and walk on the earth as your ancestors have done before you. And just really connect to the earth, Mother Gaia, your ancestors. And they want you to look above you and see the stars all around you. Just feel that connection to your ancestry in the stars, and just feeling it, that deep-seated knowing that you are one. And they're just asking you to be in this Lionsgate energy. So now they ask you to sit down in a chair and just simply place your hands open and just sit there and receive. Receive the energy of the Lionsgate. And we now invite in a power animal to be with us that comes to us on the side and sits by our feet. So if you can feel the energy of the animal that is around you, this is your power animal and who's going to help you through this Lionsgate. So as you are sitting in this chair, just feel the energy of lavender and white sage going around you through your aura and energetic field, just making you feel lighter and happier and more relaxed. Just feel the light all around you, the expansion, the expression, the peace. And feel Archangel Sandalphon coming next to you, which is the Archangel, the brother of Archangel Metatron. He is the guardian of the Earth Star. So he is here now to just work with your Earth Star to help you feel more secure and safe within this moment. And then feel Archangel Raphael coming in and just standing by your side. If you wish to have any healing, just invite Archangel Raphael to work with you in the next couple of days. And he plays a beautiful green cloak around you of healing. And now we invite in beloved Kuan Yin and Lady Nada of the Pink Ray to just surround us with unconditional love, and Kuan Yin with compassion, mercy and grace. And just feel this energy anchoring into your being. So just take in 5 deep breaths in your own time, bringing energy within your surroundings into your lungs. We now ask the power animal to walk with you back through the portal, and for Archangel Raphael to work with you and Archangel Sandalphon to keep working with you if you so desire. So as you stand up in the chair, your power animal now takes you and walks with you through the grass, through the fields, through the flowers. And you can hear some music, and Archangel Sandalphon is playing a beautiful flute, and the vibration of sound just raises your vibration of your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat. Just helps you to attune to the highest frequencies in this Lionsgate. So Archangel Sandalphon is playing a beautiful flute music. And as you pass through this flute music, you just feel your energy rising. So finally at the gateway, you hear these 3 bells. And you have now been initiated into the Lionsgate energy, which you can tap into over the next couple of days. So as you walk back through the Lionsgate, the lions greet you again and they say, return as many times as you wish while the portal is open. We are here for you. So now you work through the Lionsgate and you actually come back to yourself and your body, and you just feel yourself back within your body, and you connect to yourself and place your hands on your knees. And as I count to 10, you feel yourself back in your body, grounded and earthed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Welcome back. So I'll just show you the image of Archangel Sandalphon. So Archangel Sandalphon really wants to work with us to ground our roots, to help us feel more secure on this earth plane, because he's saying also answers lie within and also in the earth versus always going up to the angels. So he's saying as above, so below. And he's creating more balance with us. And he's saying to play music as well. So music around this Lion's Gateway will help you to keep your frequency high. So Commander Ashtar is one of our beautiful beings that work with the stars. And Commander Ashtar, is his final message to you is enjoy the energy of the Lion's Gate. Invite us in. So whenever you connect to the stars, call in Commander Ashtar. He's like the Archangel Michael of the stars. And he actually takes over when beings start to move towards the galactic beings. Commander Ashtar is the one that takes over from Michael because it's his domain. So call in Commander Ashtar if you want to work with your higher galactic ancestors. And he's saying, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. With this Lion's Gate, take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. That's the message, final message from the Lion's Gate. So, lovely being here, lovely sharing the messages. I hope they serve you well with this Lion's Gate, and enjoy the energy, everybody. It's open for us to receive, and what is a greater gift is you just take the time out to listen to yourself and make a ceremony of it, make an altar for it, put flowers up, like really make it special for you if you have the space. Okay, love to you all. Bye.